Oh, hi. James Kendrick with jkOnTheRun.com. You know, there's few things in life more satisfying than enjoying a good book in front of a roaring fire. Okay, there's no roaring fire because it's about 80 degrees here in Houston. Typical holiday winter weather, of course. And I guess technically there's no book here either. What I am actually reading on is the brand new Amazon Kindle. Ebook reader extraordinaire, incredibly small, extremely light, very cool actually. So today I want to give you just a brief overview and show you what this baby looks like when it's actually being used. As you can see, it fits in your hands here, and I'm going to move in close, don't worry, I just kind of want to set this up. It's going to be a very brief overview, by the way. The first thing that I've run across, and I've only had this for about an hour now, and I've been getting used to it and trying to get a feeling for how I'm going to like it. The first thing that I was confronted with that I think is going to be an issue for most people who buy one of these. And I'll show you in the close-up, but both sides of the screen here are all buttons. A giant next page button here, back, next page button here, and a previous page button here. And what that means is it is impossible, literally impossible, to hold this device like this without hitting a button, inadvertently going to a previous page or the next page or something. You almost have to hold it in your hands down at the bottom by the keypad where there are no buttons that get in the way. And that's just strange to me. You naturally, like a book, you want to hold it like this. And you can, but I guarantee if you move it around, you'll inadvertently hit one of these buttons and you'll end up going wrong way. So let's move in. If you'll excuse me for a moment, I'm going to pause it and we're going to move in and get up close and personal. Okay, we're back and really up close and personal. This is the brand new, released yesterday, Amazon Kindle ebook reader. The first thing that will impress you, or that impressed me, is how thin, small, and light this device is. It's very comfortable to use in the hands. It's pretty amazing. I don't know if you've never seen e-ink devices that use e-ink technology, you're going to be amazed with this because it's absolutely crystal clear like the printed page. The screen is not backlit, which may actually be a bit of an issue for me because a lot of times when I read ebooks, and I've been reading ebooks for years and years and years on various PDA devices, Palm, Windows Mobile, etc. And I like to do it in low light conditions. I like to read myself to sleep in bed with the lights off so I don't disturb anyone. But that won't happen with this. So I'm going to have a light on. So I'm going to have to see how this works in low light conditions for me. But anyway, the Kindle is a dedicated ebook reader from Amazon. It's all buttons on the sides, which, as I said, is an issue. It's hard to hold this device without accidentally triggering events. And that, I think, is a design flaw, in my opinion. You've got this little QWERTY keypad at the bottom with number keys, QWERTY keys, all the stuff you expect, symbol key, home key. And it's okay. I've done some light typing with it. It works okay. Nothing unusual there. Now on the screen at the bottom you have your menu thing. Now see, I'm hitting the, you see what's happening? I'm actually hitting keys, and I don't know what key I hit that triggered something that shouldn't have triggered. So I'm going to have to go back into the menu here and tell it to go back to the home and reopen my book. That's not a very good I may have actually triggered a clipping because there's a new My Clipping event. So I'll go back to my book and let me see how far off I got. I'm going previous now. And you see that's how the page flashes. I'll go ahead and show you when you change it. It's e-ink, so you get the flash when the page is being turned, because I don't it doesn't use battery power except when it's turning a page. And that's significant because that means this thing could easily last a week on a single charge if need be. See, I actually must have been sitting on that button on the right, because I flashed it way, it's moved it way past where I actually was. I'm going to have to fix this. They're going to have to address that. That's a full design flaw, and something that I'm not sure it's something that we consumers can actually be expected to get used to. I think it's a design flaw. Now, obviously what's going to happen is me and everybody else who buys a Kindle is going to have to learn to hold it just like this, and that's it. And that's kind of a shame, because that puts all the weight out of your hand and makes it a little bit top heavy. It's light, but it would just be so much easier to hold it here. So anyway, getting back into it, this is the scroll wheel, and this is a special reflective scroll bar to show you where the cursor is. I don't know if you can actually, oops, I'm trying to get it where you can follow this. It's kind of hard. But you see this moving up right here. And that's how the scroll works. In fact, if we go down here and open the menu where you could see it, that's how, notice on that right scroll bar, see the cursor's actually moving straight up and down, and that's how you do different things. So let's close the menu so that we're back in our book. You can easily select 6 different text sizes. I'm on number 3, which I may actually go smaller. I typically like them pretty small. But as you can see, this might be good for people with vision difficulties. As you can see, you can actually make every book that you buy from Amazon a large type book, which is actually pretty handy. So on this video, I'm not going to get into the pros and cons of ebooks versus tree books. Like I said, I've been an ebook reader for a long time, and I really like reading ebooks, and so I'm going to give this a shot and see what happens. My initial impression is fairly favorable, although I think they did screw up a few, mainly with these button placements here. Now if you look on the back of the device, and I have to be careful because I'm actually hitting buttons again, just turning it over. You've got the power on off and the wireless on off. Remember, this has got integrated EVDO that is used, see that? It changed my book again. That is used with a network deal with Sprint that Amazon did. And it looks like a speaker. And this is a kind of a rubber grippy thing, which has got these little hieroglyphic letters here, which Amazon trying to make a statement of the printed word sort of thing. This little plate is removable, and as a matter of fact, I have accidentally removed it 3 times already doing stuff. So I don't know about how that's going to work. Now, the Kindle also shipped with, I'm going to back up just a little bit so you can see the whole device. You see how small it is? Relatively small here. The Kindle also comes with this book cover, which is nice little, kind of looks like fake black leather. And it clips in here, sort of. It actually doesn't clip, and that's my concern, is because I can easily see this book coming out of here. Maybe not, but it only connects on these two sides here. The side where you want it to be gripped is not gripped, and that's probably because they couldn't do it with the buttons. I don't know. So this cover to me mainly, and it's got this nice little stretchy thing, kind of like a moleskin, whatever you want to call it, is actually more for transport, because I haven't found it comfortable, and maybe I'll get used to that though. I haven't found it all that comfortable to actually read while it's in the cover, but like I said, that may change, although it adds more weight to it, you know, so there you've got that. But it's nice that they included it. It's a nice way to transport it. I'd hate to throw this naked in a bag, because that's going to get all scratched up and bunged up, I'm pretty sure. But this would be no problem doing it here. And then the screen is protected, because that screen's got to be kind of expensive, you know. E-ink technology I know is expensive. So let me try to go back to home, and I'll show you how it is to actually use it. I'm reading Double Cross by James Patterson. The Alex Delaware series of books by James Patterson are my very favorite, and this is a brand new one that just came out. Now this keeps jumping around. I'm not sure why it keeps jumping ahead on me, so I'm gonna have to work with that and see if I can figure out why it's doing that. Now I set a bookmark. You can set a bookmark. You probably can't see it, but it's in the upper right hand corner here. Shows a little dog ear where I bookmarked it. So you can always do that. And of course it will remember when you shut down and come back in, it'll remember where you were. Because remember, you don't have to power this off. The e-ink technology does not drain the battery when it's displaying a page like that. So basically, oh, there we go. So basically you would just shut it, set it down, and walk away from it and come back right where you left off. And it's pretty cool. Now remember, with this WhisperNet EVDO connectivity and integration, the beauty of it is, I think there's going to be a couple of beauties. You can actually shop in the Kindle store on Amazon. I'll tell you what, let's do that. I'll show you how fast this is. It's not super fast, but it's not slow. I bought that book in about 10 seconds and downloaded it and everything. So we're actually on the store right now. Let's zoom in. See if you can see it. Kindle top sellers, and again you're using the scroll. See the scroll bar on the right there? Going up and down. That's a reflective kind of material. It's kind of interesting. Let's, let me see. I don't know what. Let's go to Kindle top sellers. I mean, the New York Times bestseller list is what this is. And I'll show you how fast that is. That's quick, you see. New York Times, Wall Street Journal, Time. Oh, I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to sell us all their publications. Now remember, you can buy or subscribe to publications, newspapers, magazines, and blogs, which is interesting because they're actually charging for subscriptions to blogs. Now jkOnTheRun is not on that list available, maybe someday, but there's a lot of discussion as to why would you pay for it. Well, I don't know. I think it's aimed at people who are not tech savvy, quite frankly. And I think that's what Amazon brings to the table here with the Kindle that I find exciting. They're one of the biggest online retailers of books, and that clout can be leveraged into the ebook segment by no one except Amazon. So I'm very excited to see them do this, and why I was quick to jump on the Kindle so I can get a feel myself for how they're doing it. So I just hope that we see more and more mainstream people, because I think this is geared at not the techies like you and I, but the mainstream consumer who would not normally know anything about ebooks or ebook readers like this, but they're going to be able to get their hands on one, because I think once they see how easy it is, I mean, literally, I'm going to show you. I'm going to try to buy a book in here while we're on the line. I did this with the Double Cross book, and it was pretty good. Stephen Colbert, he's funny. Let's do that. That's his new I Am America and So Can You, and he's hilarious. So we got to do this. Let's see if I'm trying to get it where I can show you Stephen Colbert. See, he's right there on the bottom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on I Am America, just like that, and we'll see what it tells us here. We have a buy, and of course, like they said, it's $9.99. Now, the full hardcover price of the book is $26.99. So this is actually pretty cost effective. So let's buy it right now. Or you can try a sample. And actually, what's interesting is the first chapter of any of these books is available to sample before you buy it. And that's pretty cool too. But let's go ahead and buy this, because I'm pretty sure it's going to be funny, right? And I'm going to back out a little bit so you can get a feel for how this works. So I just clicked buy, and it not only is buying it, but it is coming in automatically. We have no indication of that, but it's going to tell us that the download is complete when the book is in, I think. Again, what I need to do is go home to get out of the store, and it's not in yet. It's not showing up in JK's Kindle list, which is my book list. It's not showing up yet. So it should be in there any minute. But like I said, the first one, the Double Cross I did, it came in 10 seconds. I mean, literally, it was in 10 seconds when I clicked it. So hopefully I clicked the button right. You remember I was kind of upside down doing this so you could watch. But anyway, it'll show up. But you see how easy it is to shop. You can search the Kindle store. You can search by, just like online, author, title, category, type of books, categories, everything you want. Well, one thing that was really cool is when I first turned on the Kindle and it went out and it came back and it says, hey, you have something new. And it was welcomed by Jeff Bezos, who is the CEO of Amazon. And he just wrote a little personal note, although it didn't have my name filled in it because they didn't get that right. And just basically telling you, it's a new device. You can use the store. Here's what our objectives are. And, that was just pretty cool. Pretty cool and pretty classy to have that done. Let me go back to my home page. And there it is, I Am America with Stephen Colbert. It's in now. I knew it would be. Try to get it where you can see it. I'm just opening it now. Introduction. I am no fan of books, and chances are, if you're reading this, you and I share a healthy skepticism about the printed word. Well, I want you to know that this is the first book I've ever written, and I hope it's the first book you've ever read. Don't make a habit out of it. Stephen Colbert, that guy is so funny. I'm going to love reading that, I can tell already. So, basically this is it. This is what it does. This is an ebook reader. I mean, this is for reading books, spinning through the pages, and that's not that slow. I've seen a lot of people say that's slow. And I'll admit that the flash of the e-ink page turning is annoying, but not aggressively so, and I'll get used to that in no time, I'm pretty sure. But what I did want to do, I want to go in and look at trying to figure out how to get where I want to be. Let's go back to home. Oh, there's a home button right there. I should do it there. Go to the menu. Somewhere in here is experimental. There we go. I want to see this and show it to you. We are working on these experimental prototypes. Do you find them useful? Should we continue working on them? We would love to hear what you think. Basic web, play music, listen to background music while it says, but the music is not activated. That's interesting. Basic web. Let's go see what this looks like. I just clicked it. I've not done this before, and it's got my bookmarks. I wonder if you can enter a URL. Sure you can. I think you gotta click on the URL bar though, I'll bet. Here we go. Let's enter a URL. And .jk on the run. Where else am I gonna go? Keyboard's a little slow, but that's okay. And then I don't know, and then you submit it. So we're trying to surf to jkOnTheRun.com right now. I have no idea what this is going to do because I haven't tried this before. Well, there we come. Look at that. Of course, it's black and white. Look at that. It's pretty snappy. Got pictures. Highly legible. Of course, I don't know how we scroll or anything. Maybe you can't scroll. I'm only seeing the top. I don't see how we can go down. Page. Next page. Look at that. That's clever. Because it's showing page 1 of 30. So our home page is 30 pages in. That's pretty clever. Look at that with graphics. That's not that bad, and it's pretty fast, you know? So anyway, that's interesting as can be. I'm going to have to play with the web stuff. Now, I should also, however, point out that the terms of services that is listed in the owner's manual that came in did state clearly that the EVDO network WhisperNet is free for the subscription and purchase of services on the Amazon retail online store, and that any web surfing or any other usage of the WhisperNet will be charged. Now, I didn't give any more details than that, but it's very specific what it says. So hopefully I didn't just generate a charge by surfing to jkOnTheRun on this video, if you know what I mean. So anyway, this is the quick first look at the Amazon Kindle ebook reader and its little case. I'm getting used to that case actually now. I think I could read it. Maybe that'll keep me from hitting the buttons so much over here. So anyway, Amazon Kindle, it's $3.99 right now at the Amazon store. Word's coming out today that they've already sold out first. I got one of the first batches, first ones from the first batch, and they'll have more available on November 29th, which is 9 days from now. So I got a feeling they're going to sell a lot more of these than you might think. So I'm going to keep plugging away and getting more used to it. And I will give more observations, impressions, reviews on jkOnTheRun.com, of course. And yeah, I'm just going to have to get used to it. I'm going to see how it works. It seems to be pretty solid, you know. It's so light. It really is. It's lighter than a book by far. So this has been James Kendrick at jkOnTheRun.com with a first look at one of the first, sorry, there we go, Amazon Kindles. We'll be back really, really soon. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you later. Bye now.